Good afternoon, Gibson family and friends. I trust that you're enjoying the beauty of this day like I am. My window is open here in my office. I can hear the sounds of neighborhood kids playing outside, and the fresh breeze is coming in my window. And this is beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful summer. And I've been noticing as I look at the analytics of the videos that I've been sending out that they're tending to get fewer views than they were earlier this spring, which is not surprising to me. I mean, with weather like this and with things and activities opening back up a bit, I'm not surprised as we engage a little bit more, at least, with the normal, or at least some of the normal routines of our lives. It's not surprising to me that the viewing of the videos that I've been putting out is declining a bit. And so I wanted to first of all let you know that I'm probably going to be scaling back on those. So if you don't see a Tuesday edition of the Gibson to Go or a Thursday edition every week, don't be surprised. It's just that unless others tell me otherwise, that those are just really really longed for and eagerly anticipated, I'd be happy to do some more again. But I'm not assuming that, and again, trusting that it's because you are back to work and you are engaged in many other activities that have started to pick back up again. I don't think, by looking at the news or anything, I don't think that, certainly as a country, and I don't assume that any one of us is out of the woods yet. This journey, I think I shared with you early on that someone was writing and saying that we might compare this to a snowstorm, or then to a winter season, or even to an ice age. And that author was suggesting that perhaps we'd better brace ourselves for something a little bit more like an ice age that's longer than a snowstorm and longer than a winter season, but something that will go on a while. And it appears that is the case, even though I'm going to guess that most of us have not had a lot of personal experience with someone who has been diagnosed or someone who has died even because of COVID. But because our experience might be a little different than others, again, I'm not presuming anything. Given the nature of Gibson's makeup and our congregation, we're going to continue to, out of great care and love for our sisters and brothers, for each other, which is what we're called to as Christians. We're going to hear something about that again this week. But out of that spirit, we're going to continue to take things very, very carefully and consider our moves very thoughtfully and with advice from the experts, if you will, outside. All that to say that if you look at this email that's carrying this video, you'll see a very special announcement. I want to make sure that you catch that and that you read that. Beginning not this Sunday, but a week from Sunday, the holiday weekend, July 5, we're going to begin offering the opportunity of an outdoor worship service at Gibson. And so we're making the preparations for that, making sure we've got the technology covered that we need, make sure we've got all the details covered. So we're planning on that. We're working towards that. So we're moving to phase 3+ in our regathering plan. And I've shared a copy of that little graphic again in this email as well. Very important. Make sure you read the practices, the list of practices that are there too. I want to make sure that you're reading that and that you are aware of how are we going to regather? What are the assumptions? What are the expectations that we're going to share together as a loving Christian community, even taking that step? So make sure you read that, please. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me or any member of the church council as well. So, friends, I am really looking forward to that. Don't miss point number 1 in the practices. If you're not comfortable, if you're not feeling well for any reason, again, please don't come. We want to see you, but we only want to do that when we can make sure that everyone is as safe as possible. So I can't wait to see you and looking forward to worship. Those outdoor services, they're going to be a little bit pared down. They won't be quite the same as when we met and when we meet together, perhaps indoors again one day. and they will be weather dependent. So all of that, keep in mind as we enter into this phase 3 plus. We'll continue to offer an online option. I've got to figure out exactly how we're going to do that, if I'm just going to keep recording a number of things and sharing that, or if we'll stream it live and whatever. Stay tuned on that. But I want to make sure that we're still offering that for those that don't feel comfortable or aren't feeling well or whatever the case may be. One last thing. There's a risk with this because I don't want us to overload, but I don't think there's too much danger of that. But if you know of a friend or a neighbor or someone that you've been sharing our videos with throughout this season, and if you think that they would be blessed to come to our drive-in service, don't hesitate. Please invite them to come and join us. People have the option of staying in their cars in the first row. We'll set up facing the building. We'll use the old main entrance as a staging area. So people can line their cars up along that first row along the grass and stay in the car if they want to, or keeping appropriate social distancing and so on, people may come and sit in the grassy area between the parking lot and church. So again, if you have a friend, a neighbor, someone that you've been sharing these videos with, someone who doesn't have a church home, someone that would be blessed to come along, by all means, invite them to come on July 5 at 9:30, our normal worship time. I've got a special guest music leader. Stay tuned for that, but I'm looking forward to that as well. So, friends, that's all I have for now. And if you have any questions, like I said, after hearing this, after reading what I've shared in the email, don't hesitate to reach out to me or to a member of council as well. All right? All right. Friends, I miss you. I love you. I pray for you and look forward to at least seeing you from a short distance or a larger distance when we get back together, when we regather for a bit of a worship time on July 5. So until then, friends, so long and shalom.